guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I'm going to be doing a Q&A video for you guys. You guys sent in some questions on Instagram and Twitter, and I'm finally getting around to filming this video and answering them for you. So let's just get into this so I can answer everyone's questions. Alright, the first question comes from Jillian91. I think that's how you say your username. I'm not sure. It's on Instagram. But I'm going to have everybody's question pop up here. She wants to know, will you do YouTube as a full-time job after you're married, or will you still work 2 jobs? Well, I actually haven't worked 2 jobs in over a year. I was a nanny before I got married, so that was my full-time job before I got married, and obviously I moved, so I had to give that up. But since getting married, YouTube is my full-time, I don't want to call it a job because I'm not really making a lot of money off of it, but it's my full-time hobby, and I've just been given the opportunity to do something that I love and to not have to worry about working and how I'm going to come up with paying money for all my bills and stuff. So that's been really nice. So yeah, I don't really want to call this a job because I don't feel like it's a job. It's something that I love doing, and you know, I'm not making a ton of money off of it. I do make some money. I want to be honest with you guys. I do make some money, and I would love it if it could become like a job where I make a ton of money, but if it doesn't, I'm still going to do it because I like it. All right, my little sister, XOXORachel89, wants to know, do I have a theme for your new apartment rooms? I don't have a theme. We're not allowed to paint, so I don't have a theme for my rooms. Ingrid Kiki 323, I hope I'm pronouncing everyone's names right, wants to know, what kind of hairstyle will you do for your wedding? So this was before my wedding. So for my wedding, I had a family friend curl my hair, and she just pulled the front part back and clipped it with this cute clip, and then everything else was curly. But if you guys want to see pictures, I have pictures from my wedding on my Instagram. I also have 2 videos about my wedding, so I'll link those down below as well if you guys want to see everything about my wedding. That'll be linked down below. The next question comes from Lisa Marie Potter 01, and she wants to know, how is married life? Is it better than expected? Okay, so married life is pretty awesome, I will say. It's much better than I expected because I never wanted to get married. I thought the idea of getting married was horrible, and I just never wanted to get married. So it is better than I expected. It is a lot of work, but I find it so much fun because at the end of the day, I get to be with my best friend all the time. So I do like that. There's some stuff that I don't like about it, not necessarily about being married, but just the fact that I had to move away from all my friends and family. That's been a hard thing for me because I'm used to moving a lot, but I've always had my family with me, and now they're 2 hours away. So it's just weird to not be with them all the time. And I'm kind of lonely, which is why I got a puppy. If you guys didn't know I got a puppy, I will link that video. There's a vlog and a regular video on it. I'll link those down below. But that's kind of why I got a puppy, is because I was really lonely and I needed someone to keep me company and keep me busy. And she definitely keeps me busy. So I'm just so beyond in love with her. It's not even funny. But yeah, so married life is great, and it is better than I expected. Next question comes from Her Silent Symphony. And she wants to know, if you could only eat one meal for the rest of your life, what would it be? Okay, are we talking meal as in breakfast, lunch, or dinner? Or are we talking about a meal an actual dish? Because if we're talking about, okay, so I guess if we're talking about breakfast, lunch, or dinner, it would probably be dinner because, well, breakfast has some really good foods too. I don't know, this is hard. But if we're talking about an actual meal, I guess it would be sushi. I'm kind of addicted to sushi now. So it would probably be sushi or something like that, because that's something that I really, really love. Other than that, maybe spaghetti. I like spaghetti, or anything with chicken. I really like chicken, so, or beef. I don't know. Guys, I just love food, so could ice cream be it? Yeah, because I could eat ice cream all day long. I just don't want to gain the weight that comes along with that, but ice cream is good. Mallory_MM wants to know, what movies are you excited about coming out this year, and your favorite song at the moment? Okay, movies coming out this year. Honestly, I don't even keep up with movies anymore, so I really don't know what's coming out this year. Is that bad? Like, I really cannot think off the top of my head any movies that are coming out this year that I'm like, oh, I need to see this. So, yeah, I don't know. Gosh. Okay, so if you guys know of any good movies that are coming out this year, please leave them in the comments below. Tell me that I need to go see them, because I don't keep up with movies. My husband does, so I'm sure that I will see movies this year because he's a big movie person, but I don't even know what's coming out this year that I would be excited about. Which is horrible. My favorite song at the moment. Okay guys, I am not a Taylor Swift fan by any means. Like, I just, you know, I don't like hate her. It's just, she's not, I don't know. But seriously, her new album, I bought it for my husband because James is a Taylor Swift fan, which is kind of weird. But, so I have the CD in my car because we took my car to go visit my family and he wanted to listen to it or whatever. Guys, the song Bad Blood, I love that song, and I turn it on when I'm alone and I jam to it. It's pretty sad. It's not sad, but it's just funny because I'm not a Taylor Swift fan, but yet I love that song. So that's probably my favorite song at the moment. Rachel_Marie411 wants me to talk about my new dog. Okay, so I did a video about this and I also vlogged about it, but I'll talk a little bit about it. So my dog's name is Dixie and her middle name is May, so I like to call her Dixie May. It just sounds really southern. Yeah, I don't know. So I really, really love that name. We came up with that name because I wanted James to be involved in naming her as well, since he wasn't gonna get to go pick her out with me. And we kind of decided we should name her after a Nintendo character. So I was like, what is a girl, like, you know. So then I was like, well, he really likes Donkey Kong, but I was like, I don't know, Donkey Kong is not a girl name. So he was like, well, there's 3 girl Kongs or whatever, and there's like Trixie, Dixie, and Candy or something. So we decided on the name Dixie, and I thought it was really cute, and I just absolutely love her. She is an 11-week Chihuahua, which is the same kind of dog as my dog Midnight. And my other dog lives with my parents, but she's still my dog. She's just living with them because, you know, she's almost 11 years old. She's had to move a lot. I kind of explained this in other videos, but that's why. So I wanted to get a new dog, not to replace her, but obviously I'm like really lonely here. So we ended up getting Dixie, and I am absolutely so in love with her. She's so adorable, and I just, yeah, you guys will probably see her in a lot of vlogs coming up, so make sure you are subscribed to my vlog channel if you guys want to see more of Dixie. But yeah, that's just a little bit about my dog, and I don't know, I guess I could do like doggy updates for you guys. Would you like that? Maybe, I don't know. Next question comes from Jillian91 again, and she wants to know, how is married life going? How is not living with your parents anymore? And are you still working, or are you doing YouTube full time? Okay, so I kind of answered a lot of these, but I'll just go ahead and answer them again. So married life is great so far, and like I said, I really like seeing my best friend all the time, so that's cool. It is an adjustment because it's just weird to like try to figure out what I'm gonna cook for dinner, and just balancing out that like we share money now is really weird for me because I'm such an independent person, and I hate it when people like pay for things for me. So that has probably been the hardest thing for me. I really wanted to see where YouTube would go whenever I was able to give 110% to it. So that's what I'm doing right now. So I am working full-time as a YouTuber. However, I don't really consider it a job as much as just a hobby, but I was given the opportunity to turn my hobby into something that could make money. And obviously I make a little bit of money. I don't make a lot. So it's definitely not something that I could support myself with, but I just kind of want to see what happens with YouTube and where it takes me. So that's kind of what I'm doing right now. And how is not living with your parents anymore? That has been, okay, it's kind of complicated because I was living with my mom and dad, but at the same time, I wasn't there most of the time. I was working, and when I wasn't working, I was hanging out with friends, or I was like hanging out with James. because it, you know, it was the weekend, so I would like drive over and see him and stuff. So I kind of, even though I lived with them, I really didn't live with them. I just kind of slept there. And so not living with them has actually been easy because I wasn't really living with them before, and I was just kind of ready to move out anyway. Like I had already planned on saving up money and like moving out and stuff, so I kind of, that part has been easy. However, it has been hard to live 2 hours away from my family. That has been really hard on me because I can't just like drive over and see them whenever I want. So that has been what has been hard for me. Not necessarily not living with them anymore, just not being able to see them every day has been really hard, and not like having to wait like on the weekends or sometimes like 2 weeks at a time not seeing them when, you know, you're used to seeing people all the time. Like I haven't been able to see my little sister as much and hang out with her, and I haven't been able to see my mom and dad and hang out with them, and so it's just been difficult. But we do go see them as much as we can, and we drive, you know, 2 hours there to go see them and stuff, and we're actually gonna go watch the Super Bowl with them. So, you know, it's been hard not seeing them, but as far as not living with them, it has not been hard. Like I love living on my own. Well, I mean, obviously I'm not on my own, but I love living like in our apartment and having like our own routine of things, and being able to set up my kitchen the way I want, and being able to, you know, set up things the way I want. And I don't know, that part has been super easy for me because I think, like I said, I'm 25, so I was definitely ready to move out. I don't know, it's gonna be right here. Sorry that I can't pronounce everyone's names correctly, but wants to know if I have any advice for grieving the loss of a pet. Now this one really stuck out to me because I have lost quite a few pets over the years, and I am a huge animal lover, so it is definitely really, really hard. So I guess my best advice for that is to just cry it out, and to know that it's okay to cry. Don't let anyone make you feel bad or stupid or whatever for crying over a pet, because like that's hard. Like a pet is like your family, and so don't let anybody make you feel like you can't cry it out, and just cry it out and just take it day by day. I mean, it's really hard. We actually lost 2 years ago. We lost one of our dogs, and she had been in my life since I was like 6, so like 17, 18 years, I think, if I'm doing math correctly. I don't really remember, but she was pretty old, and she had been in my life since I was 6, and I just kind of grew up with her, and so losing her was really, really hard. And it takes time, and there's still moments where it's like, oh my gosh, like one of our other dogs will do something and it will remind us of that dog that we lost, and it's just hard. So I guess my best advice is just to cry it out and take it day by day. Don't let anybody make you feel bad about that, because it's, you know, everybody handles things differently, and so if like my way of handling things was crying it out. So if that's your way of handling things, just do that, and don't let anybody make you feel bad about it. And the last question comes from Rachel, or Rochelle. It's because it has the L-E at the end, so it could be Rachel, it could be Rochelle, I don't know. Music Lover 20 wants to know, what is my favorite Disney movie? Okay, so my favorite Disney movie, this one's hard. I have to say my favorite is probably The Lion King. I remember when that movie came to theaters, I was like so excited. I kept seeing previews for it, and I was like, I want to go, I want to go. So I went to see it in theaters, and I loved that movie. I had so many birthday parties with that theme. Like I remember one year we had the Lion King birthday party theme, and I had like this big giant slide that my dad actually set up in my grandparents' living room as like a waterfall, and like he made Pride Rock, and it was so cool. And I had like stuffed animals from the Lion King that he put around it, and it was just really cool. So Lion King is probably my favorite. I also really liked Pocahontas. Like when I was younger, I always pretended like I was Pocahontas, and I was Pocahontas several years in a row for Halloween. So I liked that. I love Beauty and the Beast. I love The Little Mermaid. That was the first movie I ever saw. I actually don't remember seeing it because my mom took me when I was like a couple months old. But anyway, I love Little Mermaid, I love Aladdin, just like all those classic Disney movies. I just really like those. But my favorite is probably The Lion King. Like, I still just love that movie. It's so good. I don't know, I had like a weird obsession with The Lion King when I was younger, so that's my favorite, I guess. Guys, it's me again. It's a different day, so I look a little different. Just ignore that. So I was awful, and I realized I got one Twitter question that I didn't even answer, and I said I was gonna answer it, and I feel really bad that I like missed the Twitter question. So I'm gonna answer it right now, so that's why I'm looking a little different, because it's a different day. We're just gonna go with it though. Alright, so my Twitter question that I'm so sorry I forgot to mention is from Lucy Stevenson. I think that's how you say your last name. Alright, and she wants to know what lighting and setup do I use for my videos. Okay, so my setup right now is not the way that I want it. I actually have a desk that I normally like set up my camera on and film that way, but I need to move the desk to like the center of the room, which is today's project actually. So my setup's gonna be a little bit different, probably in the next few videos, maybe. I don't know, I have a few pre-filmed, but after that, my setup's probably going to be different. As far as my lighting, okay, what does this say? My lighting on the umbrella says LS Photo Studio, and it's like Pro. I'll link it down below. I got it on Amazon. It was like $50 or something, but that's just what I use, or I use natural lighting. So yeah. Guys, so those are all of the questions. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for sending me questions. It means a lot to me. If you guys want to participate in the next Q&A video that I do, make sure that you either leave your questions and comments down below, or you follow me on Instagram or Twitter, which it's going to be linked down below, but my username on both of those are XOXORachel89, just like my YouTube channel. So make sure that you check those out, and I'll like tweet about it or Instagram about it or whatever, and you guys can send me your questions and I'd love to answer them for you. If you guys have any other questions you want me to answer, make sure that you leave them in the comments below. Tell me, okay, we're gonna have like a question for you guys to answer. I wanna know, what is your favorite Disney movie? That's what I want to know. So in the comments below, if you will just take a moment to answer that question for me so we can like have a group discussion, I would absolutely love that. And I would love to know what your favorite Disney movie is, because maybe I haven't seen it and I should go see it. Also, let me know if there are any awesome movies coming out this year that I need to see, because apparently I just don't even know what's going on in the movie world. Anyway, that's going to be it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching and sending in your questions, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!